Okay, now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Preston here in West Palm Beach, Florida, where it is an absolutely gorgeous, sunny 80-degree day today. Welcome back to our Cooking Without Looking TV show, Quarantine Cuisine Edition, powered by Zoom.
Yes, Alan. Hi, Alan, and hi, everybody out in our virtual audience. Some of you may know me already. My name is Annette Watkins, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale, and so excited today because we have a very special show today for you.
That's right, Annette. This show marks our 20 years that Vision World Foundation has existed. That's the parent company of the Cooking Without Looking TV show. When companies sponsor our show, a portion of our proceeds goes to the foundation, and it helps people who really need the help.
Yeah, you know what? That's really wonderful, Ellen. I can't believe it's been over 20 years, and this show has literally helped hundreds of people just through the foundation and the cooking show and everything that we've been doing with it. So many people have been helped.
Yes, Annette, they have. Well, now on today's show, you're going to prepare your mock tuna on crushed bread.
Yes, it's going to be mock tuna on crusted bread. And I'm going to show
crusted bread. I thought it said crushed. And it's in print that's this big too.
That's funny. You could definitely crush it because it's going to be so stocked, piled high. You're going to have to crush it in order to pick it up and eat it. It's simply so easy and so delicious. I can't wait for you guys to see it, and hopefully you'll try it at home.
Say, Annette, have you ever heard of beet ball?
You know, that really threw me off. Never heard of it, but I'm excited to learn about it.
Well, today we have Ansel Davis from the Lauderhill Visionaries beet ball team. It's sort of like a baseball team for people who are blind. He'll tell us how beet ball works and prepare his curry chicken.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you know, we also have, and I'm not going to say our old friend, but our loyal friend, Sylvia Simpson Perez. She's going to come back and give us some kitchen tips on Ansel and on me, and she also give us some hacks that we could use when we cook.
All right. So in that, the kitchen spotlight is on you and your mock tuna on crusted bread.
You're on video, Ansel.
Cooking Without Looking.
You're on video, so everything you
I love you, Alan. No worries. That's fine. This is called this is a mock tuna. Obviously, it's not real tuna. I'm not against, if you eat meat, that's wonderful. About 5 years ago, I gave up meat. I'm predominantly whole foods, plant-based, but you know, ever since I was a little kid, I always had tuna fish sandwiches. Everybody loves tuna fish sandwiches. So I tried to recreate it through using garbanzo beans. And I'm going to show you how I do that now. First of all, I'm taking a can of garbanzo beans. They're organic. You can also buy the hard ones, the garbanzo beans, and boil them until they're soft. So let me just simply open this. I'm going to strain it. I don't know, can you see me okay? I'm going to go over the sink.
You're just fine, Annette, and you look wonderful.
Now I want you to see my food. I want you to see me prepare this. Okay, so I'm going to give you a video description. I just opened the can and I'm going to strain them. But not only that, I want to rinse the garbanzo beans. So I put them in a bowl with water. See that? Whoever can see a little bit out there. Okay. Give me some feedback.
Oh, we can see it just fine.
You can see the garbanzo beans? Okay.
We can see the garbanzo beans. We can see the bowl.
Okay,
the thing we can't do is smell it. We don't have smell-o-vision yet.
Well, after I describe it, maybe you could smell a little bit. It's going to taste like tuna. And there's like a little trick, so it will smell and taste like tuna. If you want it to be, you could do it as much as you want. Okay, so once the can is open, really nicely drained and strained to get some of the sodium out and, you know, any kind of yuckiness from the can, You're going to pour them into the food processor. I like to use the food processor because it's just really simple.
What's the chance we get you to move the camera pointed downward? Just
sure. Okay, thank you.
Just downward, just not too much. No,
just fell off the thing.
Perfect. Right there. Oh, wonderful. Well, we're missing just the top quarter of your head. I'm sorry.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on the food processor, and I'm just going to pulse it for a couple seconds, okay? Because you don't want to make it mush, but we want to make the garbanzo beans the texture of tuna. That's our mock tuna. So close this. I'm just going to pulse it real quick. Like 5 or 6 times, maybe a little bit.
Can you kind of tell by the sound or by the timing?
Well, I think by the timing, okay? About 5 or 6 pulses. And then once you pulse it, you could actually smell it more as well because it breaks it up and gives you the flavors. Okay, so now your mock tuna or your garbanzo beans are all set. They're all chopped up. Everybody knows garbanzo beans because we all have hummus, right? So if you
love hummus.
Then
roasted garlic, jalapeno. Oh, wonderful stuff. Say, is this going to smell like tuna?
Well, that's what I was saying. Once you use the magic ingredient, I'll tell you what that is. It really tastes like, now I had COVID in January, I have to say. I had a mild case of it, but I lost my sense of taste and smell for almost a month, and I finally got my smell back, but I'm not tasting that much like I used to, and I hope it comes back fully. So you have to do this to your individual preference as to how much of the magic ingredient you want to put in here. Okay, so here you go. Here's the mock tuna. Whoever can see, it kind of looks like the consistency of tuna. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you could use like a mashed potato masher. But I'm just warning you, it might not come out as good because you don't really want little balls of chickpeas because they'll roll off your sandwich and it won't give you the texture of tuna. With the food processor, it's a lot better. Okay, now I'm so excited because we're going to mix this up. This is where the magic happens. All right, I pre-cut some things to show you. Now, you're probably saying, Annette, I know how to make tuna salad. I do it all the time. Basically, yeah, this is kind of the same thing, but you're going to use your own preferences. For me, I love to cut up some pickles. And I'm not going to tell you how many, because you might want more or you might want less. I did two pickle spears, 2 stalks of celery. I got about a small onion, mustard, like 2 tablespoons of mustard, optional raisins or dates. If you use dates, of course, you're going to have to chop them up tiny. And I used raisins because it's a lot easier. And some people might not even like raisins because they don't want it to be sweet. But I have a sweet tooth and I like to bite into my tuna sandwich and occasionally taste a little bit of that sweet note. Okay, and of course we got lemon. So
is that a sweet pickle or a dill pickle? Could you use either one?
It's a dill pickle.
Okay.
You could use whatever pickle you want. That's the fun thing about cooking. It's very, excuse me, it's artistic and it's, freedom, creative. So I'm going to pour all this, I'm going to scrape all this into the bowl. Excuse me. Oh, I got a raisin caught in my throat. I get a spatula to get all the mustard. Excellent. Now, just mix this up together. Ooh, it's starting to smell good. I can smell the pickles. Once I have everything's really combined, it's irresistible with all these flavors going on. And it even has the sound of mixing tuna because you have that mustard in there. And this is very low fat and very healthy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. This is our fun ingredient, lemons. The reason I picked this recipe because it is springtime. So I figure a lemon, a cool dish, you don't have to cook it. It's very, very simple. Excuse me, I'm gonna cut the lemon in half. Ooh, smells so good.
Yes, fresh lemon always smells good.
Isn't it great? I mean, here in South Florida, I wish we had a lemon tree in our backyard. That would be amazing. Okay, I have this device. I'm sorry?
I was going to say, I think it's the wrong season for lemons, isn't it? It's kind of the end of season right now.
I don't know. I don't know what the season is, but in Florida, it seems like it's all year round. You know?
Do grow all year, you're right.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, my dad had a lemon tree in the backyard, and he had avocados. We got them all year round. Okay, this trusty little gadget, I'm a gadget girl. You put your lemon in there and you just squeeze it really well.
And you don't get it in your eye?
Not yet. Not yet. I'll let you know because I'll be twitching. Okay, I turn the lemon over because I don't know. I just like to get the most out of a lemon. Squeeze it again. That's 1/2 of the lemon. We're using 1 whole lemon. Put the other half in. Lemon always, 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 always brightens the flavor of any dish.
Mm.
Squeeze it again.
And there's just nothing like fresh lemon.
You can put it in your hair, Alan, make your hair blonde.
To grow back.
Yeah, maybe, you never know. No, I think I'll just make it blonde. Okay, so you got your lemon juice in there. You got all your pickles, your onions, your celery, and then your lemon. And then in here, I just put a little bit, a pinch of black pepper and a pinch of dill. Dill or thyme. You could use whatever. Like I said, this is all personal preference as to your tuna salad. I like to hear some of y'all's ideas on what you do. But this is pepper. I chose pepper and dill for a little spunky. And the last, let's see here. Yes, the last ingredient is what we call, this is the magic ingredient. This is called dulse. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. Have you heard of it, Emily?
What is it
again? Have you heard of dulse? D as in dog, U as in umbrella, L-S-E.
Never heard of it.
Okay, dulse is in your spice section. And what dulse is, it's actually seaweed. And it's full of vitamin A, C, and even iron. And what you do is put it on food that you want to taste more like a fishy taste. That's what it does for the tuna. You could even leave it out if you want, but it's not going to really be a mock tuna without it, right? So here's about a heaping tablespoon of dulse. We got like a windstorm. I'm going to put like a windstorm of dulse. Woo!
A windstorm, I like
a windstorm of dulse. So remember, that's the secret ingredient. My sister, her and I made this. I made this for her the other day. I had 2 of my sisters over for lunch, and they had no idea what dulse was, and that's fine. A lot of people, I didn't know before I became plant-based what it was. So we went ahead and went to Whole Foods, and she bought a thing of it. It's like $3, something like that. It's not expensive. Because they were just doing flips over this mock tuna. They just loved it.
Even some of us carnivores may like to add that to our, from time to time, to add that little tuna taste to it.
Yeah, you could make this, you know, if you don't have any cans of tuna around and you want like a tuna day or whatever, use the garbanzo beans. Because tuna does have some mercury in it. So you have to be careful about that. And if you want to get away from chances of ingesting mercury, switch over to the garbanzo beans. Another tip that someone told me, it's very interesting. If you don't like garbanzo beans, you don't like beans in general, you can go ahead and dice up some potatoes real small and put them in the oven until they're tender. And then you could use the potatoes instead of the garbanzo beans.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is, Alan. I wish you lived close. I literally made this for you and Renee and everybody out there. I wish y'all could come over, at least a couple of you. I'm kind of lonely here in South Florida. It's COVID.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all getting kind of lonely with that Corona thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing here now?
Okay, now let me tell you the next step. I set up a plate. I'm just trying to make it look pretty. You know, I need help with presentation. Because even though, even though I'm visually impaired and people are blind and visually impaired, you still want your food to look pretty for other people. So I took some sweet peppers, organic peppers. I took some olives, and I made a coleslaw out of a tricolor carrot. And I added cilantro to that and some balsamic vinegar. I don't use oil in my cooking at all, so that has no oil. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of crusted bread, not crushed, crusted bread. And I'm going to top it with the mock tuna. One more thing, if you want to use a little bit of mayonnaise, instead of mixing into the mock tuna itself, I took a tablespoon per person. This is enough for 2 or 3 people, or even 4 if you give them a smaller amount. And I took a tablespoon and I spread it on the bread. This is veganese, or you can use mayonnaise or Miracle Whip if you desire. But it gives it that extra little, kick, that mayonnaise kick.
It seems to me that mayonnaise is made out of eggs, and that would be not a vegan product. But what is this veganese? What's that made out of? I'm curious. Or is it a trade secret?
Yeah, it's vegan. This is soy-free because I do soy.
Uh-oh. Annette, we lost your picture here for a second. I don't know exactly what happened. Renee, are you on top of this someplace or other? I sure hope so.
Yes, it happened at her, it looks like her phone got knocked off, I think.
Oh, no. Oh, my golly.
Well, let's see. Let's maybe move on to Ansel.
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. I wish I could taste that, and that it sounded absolutely great. Well, right now we have Sylvia Stenson Perez joining us. Sylvia is our project director of the Older Individuals Who Are Blind Technical Assistance Center and the project director of the Vision Specialist Program, National Research and Training Center on Blindness and Low Vision at Mississippi State University. Welcome back, Sylvia.
Thanks, Alan. I have to tell you that I just ran to the kitchen to get some raisins because Annette just made me crave those, and I'm just as addicted to them as it sounds like she is. So I love that she had all of her things ready and organized and set and ready and cut before she started. That is an awesome tip for everyone.
It's going to work out perfect.
Yes, I like the idea of keeping things very organized too. That's the only way it works in my kitchen. Any tips on organizations today, Sylvia?
Well, really and truly, the most important thing someone who's visually impaired can do, especially in the kitchen, is to be organized. A place for everything. And so, like, Annette mentioned spices, labeling your spices, having specific places for your spices. If there are spices that you commonly use, keep those in one specific place. Spices that you use together, keep those together. And then you can label with large print labels. You could even buy like mailing labels, like you put on an envelope, the little square or rectangle mailing labels, write really large on those, or type, print out some on those really large, or you can use different tactile markings, or if you're a Braille user. So that's a great thing. But systems, it's all about good systems. And then the really important thing is to get out everything you need before you start preparing something. Work over a tray if possible to keep it all together. Put things away as you finish so that it's something you don't have to worry about knocking over, because I'm sure you're like me, sometimes you get so much stuff on your counter, you're just like, oh my gosh, where is this? Where's that? So the less chaos you have, the better.
Clean as you go.
Clean as you go.
Tips. I like all those tips, Sylvia. That's wonderful. And I'm sure that's helping all of our audience too. Let's see. Was there anything else, Sylvia?
That's it. That's it for now.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's learn a little bit about beet ball from Ansel Davis before he prepares his curry chicken. Welcome, Ansel.
How you doing today?
I'm doing just great. How are you doing? Tell us a little bit about that beet ball you got there.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Well, my name is Ansel Davis. I'm with the Notting Hill Visionaries. This is the beet baseball you have here. And the beet baseball has been around for quite a while. You have two bases. You have a spotter, a catcher, a pitcher. You got two spotters in the field. Then you have the catcher and the pitcher. So the only ones they're able to see is the spotter, the catcher, the pitcher, and those are the ones they can see. But the players are all learning for many games. Now the ball is making it the ball beeps, and the bases buzz it when you go to them. Give me a second. Oh boy. You can't see, but yeah. The ball beeps, but the base is buzzing. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Could you hear Ansel?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can hear you, Ansel.
Okay, now.
I don't know, does that little beeper work off of a battery, or is it when it goes through the air that happens?
You pull out this pin, and it beeps.
Ah, okay.
The bases are rubber foam. They're about 5 foot tall, and they also run by batteries and they run. Simple. But the base, two differences: the ball beeps and the base buzzes.
Show them the place where all the holes are. You know, where the sound comes out. Where the sound comes out.
The sound comes out of here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've kind of trained my hearing so I can tell directionally where things are. I might be able to do that.
Wow.
There's about a pattern, you know. You look pretty athletic. I bet you're good at this.
Now, the most part of the game is for the actor to come out and play, and you got to be quiet on the field once you start playing because you're listening, so everybody got to be quiet. But once the game starts, everybody makes quiet until when they score, then they can make their noise.
Okay. Rules for the audience too. That's a good idea. Yeah, I don't know how you'd hear that if it was noisy. Now, if you you hit the ball or kick the ball?
One more time, sir.
When the pitcher throws the ball towards you, you hit it with a baseball bat?
Yeah, you got a regular bat. It's
okay.
A special bat you hit the ball with. They say ready, set, pitch. And when they're underhanded pitch, you swing the bat to the ball and strike it, and then run to the base.
And then you know generally the direction. You say the bases stand up pretty tall, about 5 foot tall?
5 foot tall. They got two bases. They don't know which one they're going to buzz. They got to listen for the right one and run to the one that's buzzing.
Yeah. And there are sighted people on the field to help guide you, right?
Yes, sir. We have volunteers.
Okay. So how does somebody, say you hit the ball and you're charging off toward first base, and I'm out in left field someplace, I usually am, and I have to catch the ball or find it, what do I do?
Good question. You got two spotters are able to call you by number, whether you 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, or 6. So when the ball's coming towards you, they will call 1, and you got to get down on your ground, spread out, and find the ball, pick it up, come away from your body, and say, "Got it."
And say what?
Got it. Got the ball.
Okay. So that then when you say that you've got the ball, then the runner has to stop wherever they're at?
No, you just say got it. That means they stop. That means they're out. So when they're out. Yeah. So you pick up the ball
at a base.
Before they get to the base, then you are out. If the ones that pick it up first, you're out. And if they get to the base first, then you're safe.
Then you're safe. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to throw the ball back in and get somebody else trying. This ball is continually beeping. The ball continues to beep after the person hits it, right? So it's beeping when it's coming out into the field. So when I'm out in left field, I'm going to be able to find it by the beep too, right?
Yeah, when they call your number, you got to get out and get the ball up. But once you pick up the ball, then they take the ball from you, or you know, and then you go back to the field. Go back up.
Okay. Okay. That's got to be one tough ball.
Yeah, it's a big ball. It's about size of grapefruit.
That's really pretty interesting. Any other little tips about beep ball you'd like to tell us?
You know, if you go to YouTube and type in beep, like BEP baseball, it'll come right up on the screen.
Yeah. And
then you can go to the National Beep Baseball Association. That's nbba.org. Tells you all about the team.
I'm sure Renee will have a connection for that on our website. We'll have that up a little later in the show. Ansel, that was really kind of cool. Now, how about showing us how to prepare your curry chicken?
Thank you very much. Okay. Can y'all see me real good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, first of all, I've been a chef for a long time. So when I'm preparing, I like to be organized. So I got all my spices here. I got my meat over here in the bowl. And I want to wash it. When you put your meat in the bowl to wash it, chicken is a very kind of meat that you have to wash all the time. You wash all your meats. But the best thing to wash your meat with is lemon juice. Always use lemon juice to wash your meat. Lemon juice or vinegar is the best thing to clean meat with. So before you do any kind of meat,
it kills the bacteria?
Sir?
Does it kill the bacteria? Is that what it does?
There you go. Kill bacteria, make it out of rawness and all that.
Very good. Okay.
But the best thing to use is lemon juice. Lemon juice is the top one. And you get vinegar. So always wash your meat. Over here, washing it down. As we speak, I'm taking out the sink. In the bowl, chicken.
Let me see. Yes.
Small piece of chicken, that's the chicken parts. You wash it in the bowl. Put gloves on it. Wash it real good.
I also noticed that you wear rubber gloves while you do this too.
And then you drain the water off. Make sure you're real good. Okay. What I do now, get the vinegar, lemon juice, and I pour it on here.
How much do you use there? About a half a cup?
You can use as much as you think it is to clean up to wash the chicken. Depends on how much chicken you got. You got a half pound, a quarter pound, or whatever.
Make sure there's plenty in there to soak the chicken.
There you go. You don't want to wash it good. Again, wash it real good. Drain it.
What we've lost something here, Renee. I don't know what's going on. There's SEL''S 21 Ultra. We lost Andrew. There you are. You're back again. All right. We lost you for a second there, Ansel.
Okay. I got to the counter right now. It's already washed with lemon juice. So I'm going to season it now, right? First, what we have here, we're going to use, this is curry powder. Then we take a little curry powder. And you put on there. Then you would use this is what you call allspice seasoning. Put on here too. Just a little, make sure it's nice and whatever. After I do all that, then I come over here and I would add this is what's called seasoning salt. You don't want to use too much in case you're diabetic with this, because this is real salt. So you can use like a pinch, or you can use it like
potentially you could use a salt substitute instead of real salt.
But again?
Could you use a salt substitute if you had blood pressure issues?
Could you use a salt substitute if a person had blood
Oh, yes,
pressure?
you can use salt. You can.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can.
Sure.
Okay.
It is good though.
Yes.
Yes. Then you can use black pepper. Gotta use black pepper.
Hey, I can see you.
Black pepper. Okay, and then some people use Scotch. You ever heard of Scotch bonnet pepper? Scotch bonnet?
What was that again?
Have you heard of Scotch bonnet?
No, I haven't. That's too. Okay. Whoops.
Scotch bonnet pepper. You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Scotch bonnet comes from the island of Jamaica or Haiti. We got those kind of peppers. It's very hot. The one is a little flavor.
A little hotter than the average pepper.
It's very hot.
Okay.
Give you a little flavor. Put it in here. Then you rub all your ingredients together.
Mm-hmm.
After everything is spread, then you want to use what you call a. Most people use a Dutch spot. It's a Dutch spot. You go in the pot store and buy one. Dutch spot.
Dutch oven, yes, yes.
All right. It's good to cook meat in to make sure, especially if you brown your meat.
Mm-hmm.
So after you brown your meat to make sure it's brown, then you go back and take the seasoning, what you have here. After you take them off, when you're gonna put them in the pot, brown the chicken, then go back, take the pot here, your meat, and then you take your meat, corn and stuff, each one, and make sure you brown each piece of meat.
Make sure you turn them enough so it gets browned on all sides, right?
Yes.
Right.
After it's brown, then you put all your other ingredients in, and you can use either white potatoes and put it in the pot also with that and make it simmer.
Everything all in the same pot you browned it in too, right?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
You're gonna cook the flavor into the pot like the seasoning. So what you do, make that chicken stays there. If it's coming too much grease, bring the grease off it, and put back all the stuff, all the seasoning, and just simmer it down with the pot cover. And you cook for about maybe 45 minutes. Chicken don't take long to cook. 45 minutes. Make sure it's brown and simmer down to a nice glaze.
You're doing all this on the top of the stove. You don't put this in the oven at all, do you?
I don't.
Okay.
Then you can use white rice, which I cooked some this morning. I got some white rice right here.
Let me see.
Some white rice this morning.
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay, now. Give me 1 second. After I finish doing all that, I make sure I take my gloves off. And that goes into the garbage bin here. Now, after all the meat's cooked and the ingredients to it is browned and looking well, and here is what it looks like. This is what
Oh, okay.
first of the brown color.
Good.
And the
That
curry.
looks good. And there's some sauce in there too, right?
Yes, that's the gravy that goes with it.
The gravy, yes.
So with the gravy cooked with it, then you just serve your rice. And sometimes when you cook this, you can also use butter beans and to add to it.
You mix the rice and everything in together in the same pot.
No, the rice separate, like I just showed you, but the chicken by itself.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, once all that sugar has been done, it's a nice taste. It smells good. The aroma is okay, and it's not too salty because I don't use so many salt. So I can come and cook again at night. Hold the camera on you, and I'm gonna have this.
Okay, I'll come in the kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Give me a minute, John.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, we're gonna get a little plate, and I'm gonna try.
Ah, and show it the way it's served up. Oh, excellent.
Hold on 1 second, please.
Excellent, yes. You know, the interesting thing is that most of our chefs work out of their own home kitchens. I know Annette works out of the kitchen. I know Ansel is in his kitchen. Okay, what do you got here?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give her a sample taste. So what I'll do, I'll get some rice. Still warm.
Oops. You have to dig a little bit down. There you go.
Yeah, it's sometimes kind of tough to see or to get rice out when you can't really see what you're doing.
Let's pop to Annette. Annette's back.
Yeah.
I saw Annette was back for a second.
That's hysterical. I didn't know where it cut me off. I was so into what I was making. All of a sudden I look at the phone, it was black. And that was that.
we don't know what happened either. You suddenly went away and there was just your name up there.
You know, my phone, I've had this new phone for about 4 months. It never died, lost power, and it did. So it wasn't meant to be because I had zero juice in it.
Okay, well, now we can go back to Ansel. It looks like he has his
Can we
plate.
get back to Ansel? Excellent.
Like, and I'm going to let Officer Bennett give a taste and tell you the taste.
Okay, could you guys see me?
We can see you now, yes.
Perfect. So what I'm going to do is, let me just take this here. I am going to take the curry chicken. Give me one moment, please. I'm going to take a small piece here. I'm going to take rice. Give me one moment, please. Okay, so you see the delicious curry chicken and the rice? Can you see the chicken and the rice?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Well.
Wow. Wow. I can promise you it is really delicious. The flavoring is beautiful. I love it. And so 10 plus.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I try hard.
Just see a still picture on the screen of Sylvia, I believe.
I know. I don't know what happened. It's still recording. And I don't know what happened to Alan. Alan went away. Well, show us the end. Show us how yours looks, Annette.
Okay, sure. I apologize. I don't know what happened, but the point is that you never know when you're on Zoom what's going to happen.
Oh, here you're back. You're back.
We're all back again?
Yep. Back?
All back.
You want me to stop?
No.
So are you still there? No, I see you there, Annette.
Oh, do you want me to kind of sum up what I did? I don't know where I left off.
Annette, it left off, you were finished and we were waiting to hear about the crusty crushed bread.
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, the crusty crust bread is still crusty, a little soggy. It's getting but I topped it with the mock tuna, and then I put some sprouts on it, and I decorated the plate with peppers, some coleslaw that I made with carrots, tri-colored carrots, and some olives, and also a dill pickle. And that's about it. And then I plated one that was just the mock tuna on top of lettuce for somebody who doesn't want bread. So you could serve it a couple different ways.
I don't think so.
That's good, Renee.
That sounds great, Renee. Are you going to come up here and cook? Yeah, you too, Renee. Are you going to come up here and cook dinner for me one day?
Hello.
Oh, Ansel's back.
Yeah, we back. And
there you are, Ansel.
Yeah, thank you very much for being here for me today. Appreciate it.
We've got like a pop balls here going.
Can I ask you guys something? Did you see when I tried the delicious curry chicken and rice? Did you get to see that?
No, it faded. No. It went back to the blank.
Can I please try the curry chicken, and this way you can see how delicious it is before we go? Just give me one moment, please.
Absolutely. Love to see that stuff.
All right. Thank you.
interesting. When we made food, we used to have to make a couple of versions of it so we could show one that was already finished.
You just want an excuse to have another forkful.
Oh, you're funny. So you
It
see
really
how
sounds good.
It
do you see how
great.
beautiful this looks?
Oh, yes, with the rice and everything. Yes, yes.
Okay, so tell me, can you see me now? And can you see the food in on my spoon?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. There you go. Yum. Oh, yeah. Chew it up. Good.
The flavor is really delicious.
Making me hungry.
I know.
It's actually more delicious than what it looks. So thank you very much, Ansel.
Yeah. Thank you, Ansel.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much, Ansel. That sounded absolutely wonderful. Sylvia, what kind of tips would you have about Ansel and his chicken curry? I noticed things pretty well organized and well.
Well, first off, I'm going to say I have given beat baseball a try one time. It's hard, like really hard. You got to have some major skills. So props to you, Ansel, because yeah, I had to go I had to be an audience member after trying once. Yeah, so I thought that you are super organized, and the idea of using lemon juice to clean your chicken and bring out the flavors, that's pretty interesting. I had never heard that, so I really thought that was interesting.
You hear that?
So yeah, that's all I got.
Well, thank you, Ansel.
Thank you very much, and I'll do it again next week.
Well, let's see. Sylvia, Annette, Alan, and Ansel discuss kitchen tips, and we go along with chicken. Yes, I think that's wonderful. I didn't know about that. The tip about using lemon juice to clean chicken. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Well, thank you so much, Ansel and Annette for your for the tuna, and Sylvia for the wonderful tips. So now, can we open up the conversation with our virtual audience?
Okay.
We'll take some questions. Maybe you guys are going to stick around and help me answer some of these questions.
Sit down. Can you sit down for a second? Wherever you want. And I'm going to face this to you so that you can talk. So, Ansel, right there.
How are we doing there? Do we have some questions from our virtual audience? I'm a little curious, Ansel, about the beat baseball thing. You say it's in different counties, so if I were to get involved with Larry up here, we'd kind of be in competition, eh?
Well, you can have each team. I can have my team, but it's two different counties, so we're going to be playing against each other in some time or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be playing against each other sometime or another.
I'm sure we probably will. They have teams all across the country, am I right?
Yes, sir, all over the country. Atlanta, Texas, Wyoming, all over.
Wow. Any idea how many teams?
I would say maybe about 45.
My golly, that's quite a bit. Now, do you guys have to raise money to do your traveling from game to game?
Yes, I do a lot of fundraising. We do a lot of fundraising here on my team. I got good support. I got good support by Mayor Ken Thurston, and one of my biggest help is Officer Banner. She helps us. She's one of the biggest person that helps get this fundraising going.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, all the teams are responsible for their own individual fundraising. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
They can reach out if they want to join the team over here in Fort Lauderdale. They can also give me a call. Ansel Davis. The number is 754-246-7614. Or they can email me at the letter L for Lima, H for Harry, V for Victor, B at Gmail.
Okay.
That's
L,
L,
right?
Say it again.
You're down in Lauderhill, is that right?
Yes, Lauderhill. So that's why.
Yeah, that's a suburb of Miami, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. You got a nice day down there, I bet, today, too.
By 80 degrees.
Yeah, just like it is here. Beautiful day. I feel bad for Sylvia and all the people up in the rain today. I hear tell it's raining up north. Annette, where are you at? You're in Fort Lauderdale, am I right?
Yeah, I'm in Lauderhill.
Well, yeah, you're in Lauderhill, and so Annette is in Fort Lauderdale, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm in a suburb also, like Ansel. Ansel and I kind of live close together. We're in West Broward. I'm in Plantation. He's in Lauderhill. He's about maybe 4 miles from me.
Oh, my golly, you guys are almost neighbors down there.
I know. He's trying to recruit me for his team. I'm going to check it out. I don't know how good it would do, but it'd be fun to see it. It's interesting.
Annette, you were telling me a little bit today about your sprouts.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you a little bit about it?
Sure.
Okay, well, I kind of put, let me go back to the French because I kind of put it away. Let's see here. First of all, I don't know how much you guys saw on the video, but I added sprouts at the top of my sandwich, and it just adds a lot of nutrition. The broccoli sprouts, but if you buy broccoli sprouts at the store, they're very expensive. You get like a small container, a little bigger than a size deck of cards for like $5. It's crazy. So I went ahead and got some seeds. If anybody wants to know a good place to get seeds, and growing my own sprouts. So the first thing you do is you put about a quarter cup in a jar with some good, purified water, and you let it soak overnight. That way the seeds kind of break through the shell. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I am messing around behind your back. You didn't see a thing.
That's
I showed a picture of my guide dog Lynx, who's laying here snoring. Okay.
That's funny because my 2 Shih Tzus are snoring as well. It's that time of day. But anyway, as far as sprouts, the word on the street is that sprouts are very, very nutritious. Here in this container, I don't know if you can see it, is my sunflower sprouts. I soaked about a half a cup in this huge jar. You can see they're starting to sprout. Can you see that? Anybody have any feedback if they can see it or not?
I can see the jar. I can't really see anything in it. But then again, I don't see so well, and I'm trying to look over the 35-inch monitor. And
that's okay, honey. I just wondered, some people.
Maybe Renee can see in there.
But basically, a sprout they're so easy to grow. You just soak them overnight. Then after that, you rinse them twice a day. You get these special jars that have like a mesh top on it. And you rinse them 2 times a day, and you just let them do their thing. It takes like 3 to 4 days. And then you have your sprouts, and you can put them on just about anything. And they're really cheap to do, and it's fun. Kids love it. So if you have any little kids, you could sprout with them, and they'll enjoy it. But that's about it on the sprouts. So thank you for wanting to hear about them. I just get excited over the sprouts because
it's pretty cool. I like growing stuff too.
Yeah, it's a living food. And have you heard of sulforaphane? Sulforaphane is the ingredient that comes out of the sprouts and the broccoli sprouts. It's 10 times more potent than actual broccoli. So it's anti-cancer and has a lot of interesting vitamins and minerals in it. So that's about it. I'm sorry that the tape got cut off. I don't know what happened. I'd be happy to do the mock tuna again. It's so delicious.
No, we actually got most of your recipe and most of the and most of everything. It was right there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are seeing today. That's cool. And I love the curry chicken. Thank you so much, Ansel.
No problem. Anytime.
We have a comment from our group, Jonna Gravitt. Jonna was on our Cooking Without Looking podcast along with her husband, Mike, and her comment on the lemon juice was lemon juice also helps to bring out the flavor of any meat we use it in.
Yes, and that's true because some people doesn't know that. And a lot of people don't wash their meat before they cook it, but it's best to wash. If you pretend like you're going to the grocery store and buying meats, a lot of times they will take the meat, when they cut the meat up in the back with the busher, the meat can be dropped on the floor or whatever. So when you wash it with either lemon juice or either the vinegar, it takes all the toxic, everything out of it.
That's it.
That's a good tip. I think I might start doing that. I never realized that before.
Yeah, you always do that. Don't just take it out the pack and just put it in the pot and season and cook it. No, it's no good.
Yeah, that's something to think about, definitely.
That's a great tip, Hansel. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, even though because I'm visually impaired, and I've been doing this for a while, I like to wash my meats. Even when I go to the bar and get beans out of the can, I'll make sure I drain the beans off or rinse them off and use them. I don't just get stuff out of the can and use them right away. I rinse everything off first. Because remember now, they're pre-packed it. So all that stuff, whatever they pack is on there.
Excellent tip.
Sounds delicious. And the tips about keeping organized. You know, I realize that our show is showing recipes and things, but to me, it's more about encouraging people with visual impairments to remain active in the kitchen, because cooking is so important. It's fun, it's easy, you get to eat the results, and it's so flexible, as you've said, Annette. It's to your taste. If you don't like cilantro, add something else.
Yeah,
but the idea is to keep active, keep in the kitchen. And do we have any more questions or comments, Renee?
No, I don't see any. What about someone else?
I got a quote.
Ansel, yes.
What I'm saying to you.
For some of us.
Yeah, what I'm saying is when you're visually impaired, remember now you can't see that well. So we cook by taste. We cook by smell, and we do our meat by feeling. So even though you can't see it, we still use see because that's what normally it does. But we can use our taste, our smell, and feel how you cut the meat real good, or you cut the chicken up, because I do it real fast. How you do that? Because I've been doing it for a while. But always try to cook by using your smell, and also get yourself organized. Like I do in my kitchen. I got seasoning on one side, I got canned goods on the other side, I got all the beans on the other side. So try to get familiarized. Once you do that, then you're good.
You're absolutely right. Keeping things organized. I use my ears a lot when I cook too. I listen to the way food cooks. You can hear when water starts to boil. You can
also when you're cooking
at the right temperature.
Yeah, when you're cooking, sometimes a lot of blind people, if you go by smell, you can tell when the meat's done by smelling it, because it smells different when it's cooked and then when it's raw. So you can tell.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And your spices, putting them in different shaped containers if you have no vision at all, or if you have some color vision, you could use different colored containers for different spices.
I can use the little dots they got on there, like 2 dots, but you got 2 dots for black pepper, 3 dots for garlic, 4 dots for thyme, 5 dots. You know, we can use all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but Ansel, once you get so many spices, like I label mine A through Z, and I have 4 turntables, right? So they're all in alphabetical order. If I had to use a lot of dots, it'd be going crazy by the time I get to R, rosemary. How many dots would I have? A lot of dots.
Renee, Annette, that was very, very interesting. Renee, I'm barging in here. I'm barging in from South Africa.
Welcome, Michelle.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and sorry for only joining now. I see Sandra and Gold are both here from Cape Town Society for the Blind, and it's really awesome to get to know you and see you. Sorry that I'm so late, but we had an earlier appointment, and we're back home now. It's now about 9:45 at night here in Cape Town, South Africa. Wow. Okay, but here we are, and Golden wants to also do the Cooking Without Looking show, and that is why I asked them to just join tonight and just see what you're doing, how you're doing it, so that we can learn from you. When we do it with his people, with a group of people that he's training, that we know what you're expecting from us. And I'm telling you guys, within 10 minutes, I've learned so much
that's wonderful.
by listening.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Renee's amazing. She's an amazing woman.
Oh, no, it's a crew effort, a whole team effort.
Yeah, but you are amazing to put this thing together for prison impaired people, because a lot of us don't have a chance to do like this. Like with me, the reason I developed the beat baseball team, because I want people to get out their house and get some exercise and do fun things, because some people stay in their house, don't go nowhere. And playing beat ball is a good way to go out and exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes, it
Good
is.
way.
I am absolutely amazed that people from all the way across the other side of the world, where it's 9:45 at night, are watching us. Thank you. It's
and then we play,
and I really appreciate you guys.
We have a night game.
Thank you, Ellen and Ansel.
Thank you so much, Lizelle.
It's a pleasure to be here. We would like to join every time when we can, when it's possible time-wise.
And you know, we're featuring you on one or two of the shows. We had wanted to go by you. Remember, we had been planning, and then everything sort of went pandemic on us.
Correct. But we will, Golden can give us an indication shortly when we will be ready with his group. We have a lovely kitchen, and with his life skills group. Cape Town Society for the Blind was founded 92 years ago already. So it's a fantastic organization. Ellen and the whole crew, you should be visiting us. You should come out visiting us. It's really a stalwart. It's a beautiful, phenomenal organization in South Africa. And we are really taking it to the next levels. We recently opened a beautiful low vision clinic, which we are very, very proud of. And Sandra on the screen, she's the head of that department, with Golden as the O&M instructor. They're part of the rehabilitation team. So it's an amazing organization to serve, really. You have to come out and visit us.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'd like to do that. When are we going to go, Renee?
Well, I don't know. I guess when the pandemic's over, and we will go down.
It's over. Yes.
We have a question. Takesha Saffold has a question, but I was so excited to see you and Golden here. I was like, wow, that's great, because I knew it must have been very late.
I see Golden has a question as well.
Oh yeah.
You also cook some food, some of the food stuff before your live streaming, or do you want us to do everything online live?
Well, you can prepare some of the things. For example, Ansel had like the pieces of his curried chicken sort of like put together, and then he just told us what was going on and how he put it together, and then have the finished product.
Right. Renee, how long is the actual filming?
Well, it's as long as you want it to be. The whole show we have is about an hour, but you know, as long as it takes. I made okay. One of your South African desserts. I forgot what it's called. I think it's milk something.
Milk tart? A milk tart?
I made a milk tart, yes.
Oh, that is absolute. That's an amazing, that's so authentic.
Yeah, it was an interesting combination of I don't know, it was just an interesting combination to me. So I tried it, and I was visiting some people who I wanted to sponsor us, and I brought a milk tart with me.
Oh, that's
Renee, would you like me to give our audience the information about how to contact us?
Well, yes, just one moment. We've got Takesha Saffold over here.
I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay. Takesha?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to say hello, and I captured just the end part the show, but I love the show. I enjoy the show, and I look forward to many more shows with many more people just to learn and get more ideas for recipes. So I just primarily just wanted to say hello to you all.
Hi, hello.
Keisha.
Hello, Takesha.
Hey, Takesha, it's good to see you again.
Likewise, likewise.
Well,
her name is Takesha.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I've been a chef for quite a while. I went to chef school back in 1986, and I graduated top of the class. It was a culinary arts school and Job Corps. So if you got
is this Ansel?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Ansel, you know who this is. This is
yes, I'm
Takesha
saying to you.
Saffold.
Right. So
oh, okay.
I'm gonna
How are you?
I'm doing fine. So I'm going to give my email address again and phone number. Any question you got about cooking or whatever, you can always call me or email me, and I can give you some answers, because I do a lot of cooking at home.
Well, keep up the good work.
Hey, I try.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who participated in today's Cooking Without Looking television show, Quarantine Cuisine Edition. Annette, thank you very much. Annette Watkins, Sylvia Stinson Perez, Anzel Davis, and all of the others who participated today. You can go to our Cooking Without Looking YouTube channel to enjoy today's show. Check out our Cooking Without Looking podcast anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you'd like to donate a little to Vision World Foundation, you can go to our website, www.cookingwithoutlooking.wordpress.com, and check on the PayPal link on the top of our homepage. Thank you again, everyone, so much for helping us change the way we see blindness. Have a great weekend and join us next month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liz Allen Golden.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for the interesting show. It's Sandra.
All right. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye.